What it is, guys, my name is Swifterrs, and today I'm coming at you guys with a brand new Black Ops 3 Zombies video. I wanted to go ahead and talk to you all about the Revelations Easter egg ending cutscene. I've been getting a lot of comments and a lot of tweets from you guys asking me to make this video. I've definitely put it off. I wanted the hype in the community to simmer down just a little bit, and I do know that emotions are running high. They're running high in me. Emotions of happiness, sadness, and frustration towards this cutscene, so that's exactly what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. So to start things off, when this cutscene first came out and I saw it for the very first time, I was pretty disappointed. I had a lot of questions, as I'm sure everyone else did, but after watching it over and over again, after waiting a couple of days and seeing the feedback from the Zombies community, I've came to the realization and the conclusion that everything in that cutscene was executed pretty well. Of course, there are still a lot of questions that I have, but overall the cutscene was executed pretty well, and everything in that cutscene needed to happen. So I want to compare the Revelations cutscene to the Origins cutscene. Both of them are very similar, and they're similar in the sense because they have both left the community with a lot of questions. However, the thing that differentiates the two is that the Origins Easter egg cutscene, the questions that we had after we saw that back in August of 2013 when Origins came out, when we first saw that cutscene and we had these questions, they were eventually answered. They were answered later on in our storyline. However, our Revelations cutscene that came out last week or earlier this week, the questions that we have about this cutscene may not be answered because the Revelations cutscene is it. That was the finale. The Revelations cutscene has concluded our 8-year storyline. Our 8-year Zombies experience is coming to an end, or it has come to an end. However, the thing I want to point out is that before DLC 4 did come out, Blundell even said, if you come to the realization that by the end of DLC 4 you are done, you are mistaken. So what Blundell is implying is that DLC 4 may not be the end. At the same time, he has also said that DLC 4 is meant to conclude our current storyline. At the same time, we're still going to have a lot of questions after this cutscene, after this Easter egg, and that's exactly what's going on right now. However, what Treyarch has done within the Revelations cutscene is set up a brand new storyline. Treyarch have set this new storyline, and it could very well have everything to do with Primus. It could have everything to do with this medieval setting, and I know that there are a lot of talks of there being a second Easter egg on Revelations, a new cutscene, an alternate ending, and that is still very possible. But I also wanted to talk about the fact that there is this theory that because we knew of Primus back on Origins, we knew of Primus since Black Ops 2. Because we've known of them for so long, that means that they have been in this cycle, they have been in this loop. So maybe our characters are being sent to this Primus location, to this medieval location, numerous amounts of times by Dr. Monty, which means they're basically going in this giant circle over and over and over again. And maybe what this second Easter egg ending could potentially be is, instead of our characters going like this and repeating history over and over again, repeatedly getting sent back to Primus, to this medieval time, maybe instead of doing this, they gotta do this and break off. Similar to Mob of the Dead. Similar to how Billy, Sal, and Michael had to kill the Weasel, which essentially continued the cycle, but by Weasel killing the other 3 people, that broke the cycle. Now, I know that I'm kind of rambling on and on in all sorts of directions, and I wanted to go ahead and say that everything in that Revelations cutscene was necessary. A lot of questions were answered. The blood vials, how we were able to bring all of the evil away from all of these other dimensions and contain it in the summoning key. All of those questions were answered, but there are still a lot of questions that do need to be answered. Where were the giant apothecons, and where was that great battle that was depicted on the Shadows of Evil Pack-a-Punch wall? Why was Primus inevitably going to fail. Where was Pablo Marinus? He was having these lucid dreams when 4 people wielding ultimate staffs and tunics came down and defeated this giant beast. There are so many questions that still need to be answered, and I plan on making a video strictly titled 10 questions that we still need answers to in our zombie storyline. I want to make that video, and if you guys have any questions that you think still need answers, let me know in the comment section below. But overall, the Revelations cutscene is the end. It is 99.9% confirmed to be the end of our storyline. However, in our next Treyarch Zombies game, in this new and next storyline, there are going to be a lot of references to our previous storyline, to our original characters, to our Origins characters. So although our storyline has kind of come to an end, it's going to live on through future storylines. So I don't know if this kind of answered some questions you guys have, but that's kind of my opinion of the Revelations cutscene. I thought it was good. I did think it was good. After watching it over and over again and waiting a couple of days, I did not like it at first, but everything in it was 100% necessary. It definitely could have been executed a little bit better than what it was, but it wasn't too bad. I do think everything in it was 100% necessary. There are still questions I have. Let me know your own questions in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please be sure to drop a like down below, subscribe if you're new, and with that being said, I'll be sure to catch you guys later.
What to do? What to do? Well, you certainly can't stay here.
You could send us somewhere else. Somewhere we've never been.
I suppose I could make a little corner somewhere in history. A place where I can dump some of the other shit that I've left over. Or I just wipe you from existence. Ooh, hang on. Actually, that all works out perfectly.